to he's trying to get things loaded. Look at that red screen of dark. First off, you have a red shirt in front of red screens.
Do you want me to just take it off? I can do that for you.
Not that kind of show. Todd Butts.
Oh,
Welcome,
man.
sir.
What's going on? Are we live?
We are. Well, we're not live. We're live to tape.
We're live taped.
Yeah. So we're not on the internet yet. We're recording via the Skype, which to avoid legal snags, I have to tell you we're recording.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So we are live to tape, but we have you on because there's not much to talk about hockey wise, and we're like, listen, we're coming up on 20 years of a show. Todd's been there since day one.
We still use his voice every week.
We still use his voice every week.
You do. You absolutely do. I forgot to put my hat on. Sorry, my hair is like.
Hey, look, we're both bald. It's fine. You're good.
Yeah.
You have the most, and even when if Mark shows up, you'll have the most hair on the show.
You haven't seen the back half of it. You don't say that yet.
Well, he's got 2 kids, so you can tell.
I can't believe I'm getting to talk to Johnny P. This is like the first time that I've talked to Johnny P in like years now.
Yeah. I told Scotty before you came on that I wanted to ask you if you picked up a Chase Elliott power bank for me or not.
I was gonna get the power bank and the coin. I gotta have the coin. I mean, who doesn't want?
Well,
the coin?
I could flip it for the inanimate objects.
And then I believe the power bank can also pop the bottles on my Coors Light, so we're good there.
Yeah,
too.
that power bank is interesting. It's almost as goofy as the dumb shit the Caps had for their Stanley Cup thing.
I did get a Chase Elliott pint glass here. It'll be here. It might be here this year.
That's right. They're talking about like what, June, July of 2020 is when that's going to show up.
The diecast apparently they might be driving it to me because I think it's going to be here next year.
Like literally driving the diecast.
The next season will be complete before I get Chase Elliott's championship diecast. I think, but I'm okay with.
This is also, by the way, the first time I've ever been on the Face Off Hockey Show, and I feel bad because I didn't get the memo, and so Scotty's got the Maryland flag off to one side there, and Johnny's got the Maryland flag and the American flag, and I actually behind these red things, I actually do have a Cal Ripken jersey.
Hey,
but I'm afraid that if I move it, oh no, wait, it's over there. Hang on, I moved it. I forgot.
I can see it.
Can you see it there?
Hey,
there it is.
Look at that.
You got it right there. That's all right. I mean, we can. We'll just Photoshop some like flags behind you onto the red things.
Yeah, I should have done green. If I would have done green, you could put me anywhere.
Could put you back in a studio with a lawnmower as a seat.
Exactly.
God, those were the days. Like we went off and Johnny, I put in the Vox to you, and during to break kayfabe here, shockingly enough, I do another podcast with Todd. Like you haven't heard his voice before, or someone who sounds similar to Todd. But I remember Rick Dees holding a center console with some guy, and I randomly just blurted out on the show, "Rick Dees," for no reason.
Yeah,
and I'd forgotten because I'm old. I'm old and I'm decrepit, and I can't remember anything.
And it was actually like 2 weeks after he brought up the picture in the first place like it just came out of his mouth, and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?"
And I'd totally forgotten about it. So when he said it on our show, I was dying, and I'm shocked that. Did you even remember it, Johnny?
I didn't remember the picture, but it came up because we. I think Bob Rouse was on a team, so Steve Rouse came up, and then we just started going down the rabbit hole of 90s Baltimore music DJs, and that was how the picture came up.
That was definitely in the basement studio. That was not in the garage studio.
No. Yes, that was Crofton.
Yeah, that was absolutely Crofton.
The studio you built, literally.
Yeah.
After we stole all those parts from WPOC.
We did. Hey, we didn't steal them. They let us have them.
Yes.
Yeah. Was it? I don't know what show it was because life blends together now in podcast. Which one we were talking about, reminiscing on where all the parts were and how we got them. Because I think it was on Face Off that we were talking about.
It was on this one we were talking about that they were the Saturday that we all went to Dave's parents' house and pulled them out of the shed so that we could put them together.
We did.
Or take them to the next place. One of the two. It was like we had like a face-off hockey show reunion party to grab all the stuff that was there and take it to like the next studio.
Yeah.
And we got that. Did we rent a truck? How did we even get that out of there?
I
Somebody
think-
must have had a truck.
Yeah, we rented a truck. I want to say we
Well,
put it in.
I mean,
Dave
our
Key's
original
RAV4.
soundboard is it was the size of my first bed.
That's
So like,
Yeah, it was.
So, because it was I think Big Day. We piled some stuff in Big Day's RAV4. I don't know if that was the moving from POC to Lanham or from Lanham to Crofton, but we packed that RAV4 up real good, with the no beaner light on, and
yes, that was a great trip too.
that was the
Wow.
Bridgeport trip.
That was the day that we went to Connecticut and back in one night.
Oh yes.
It's funny. Todd and I have a big thing about going to the Northeast just for 24 hours.
Exactly. We just drive straight there and drive straight back.
Yeah, just one was a hockey game, one was a NASCAR race. It was the same year too. It was when because the NASCAR race is in 01. The Bridgeport trip was in 02.
Yep.
So less than a year from each other. We're just like, yeah, let's go back up to the Northeast.
Yeah, just a few months apart. And Scotty, I don't think I ever told you this, but after I dropped you off from the NASCAR race, because we went all the way up there, watched the race live and covered it and followed Jimmy Spencer around with his sandwich in his hand, and then drove all the way back down, right? And I dropped Scotty off. And I'm driving home, and it's dark at this point, and it was foggy. It was actually foggy that night. And I'm driving. Oh man, what's the main like 4-lane road there by you?
97.
Yeah. I was driving on 97.
Yeah.
I was on 97, and like coming up to an overpass, and the fog combined with the bridge going over the overpass, and I was so tired that in my mind I saw a wall that I was driving toward, and I slammed on my brakes and came to a dead stop in the middle of the freeway.
Jesus Christ.
Because I swore to God that I was about to run smack into a wall because I was that tired.
I've done that before I was so tired and driving home and that I thought a fucking train was a hotel and the hotel was coming closer and like, wait, no, that's actually a locomotive. And I'm in the Rocky Mountains of Canada. What the fuck can go wrong? So
Wow.
man, those
Jeez.
like what when you've been on I'm pretty sure you've been on Face Off Hockey Show before at some point in time.
Like probably in Crofton at some point.
Yeah. Because that was the.
I mean, we were all on different shows.
Yeah, everyone had a different show.
The only show that we weren't all on, we would run all the time was Nate's show, and that was because no one had any idea if he had dropped or if he had just paused, and we were like, "Oh shit, is this show still on?"
Oh, so you got jokes.
Derek Limas.
Let's go to Derek Limas now.
I'm still waiting for that House of Paid Iron beanie hat that he promised me like 40 years ago. It was like 25 years ago.
I
I
wonder
was
if I
supposed
still
to
have
get
the
a House of
shirt.
Paid.
I
was
have
supposed to get a
my
beanie
House
hat.
of Paint iron.
Do you
shirt
still have
that
your House of Pain shirt? I don't
found it,
think
like,
I
a
have
couple
mine
months
anymore.
ago.
No way.
It was like I'm like, my God, like these
I
are
still
the
have
days.
my Broadcast Monsters hockey beer stein.
I have that one too.
Hey, I didn't get a beer stein. What the hell?
Oh no, no wait, you bought that though, Johnny.
I did buy it.
Yeah, off of Cafe
Oh,
Press.
off
We
of
had a
Cafe
Cafe
Oh,
Press.
okay.
Back when Cafe Press was all the buzz.
There were T-shirts. I don't even think I got a T-shirt.
I have a T-shirt too.
I
I
have-
think I found it recently.
Those
So,
were-
Sean, we we were mentioning on our Voxer chat, Todd, that Sean P. O'Connor, Mouse Sean,
Mhm.
is ahead of his time. Not only the internet radio with the podcasting,
But the
Not-
merch.
yeah, not only with the merch, not only with the video of high school athletes being a big thing.
But in a sports context, I think we need to make that perfectly clear.
Yeah.
What
I
you
don't know,
mean
Clark-
when you say
Clark
video is
Francis really pushed the envelope of fucking evaluating fourth graders in basketball. Like, but I remember like a couple years back, he went to start a card break thing because
Yeah.
I think that's how Broadcast Monsters got started. It was just sports card shows, and what he wanted to do is the big thing is now base or sports card breaks where you get a box and you open up packs live on air.
Okay,
and the
right
kids
on.
love it.
Mhm.
Sean had a thing a couple years back. He's like, yeah, I'm going to start this whole channel. Blah, blah. Nothing came of it. And now they're the hottest fucking thing going and revitalized the card industry in general.
So basically, what you're saying is we should have just like put Sean in the freezer for a couple of years and then took him out when all of his ideas were relevant.
We should cryogenically freeze him like I told you on the show once.
Yes,
And then wake him up in a couple years, and he'll be on the pace. I mean, my God in heaven. But man, we've been reminiscing about a lot of times about, just because there's no hockey to talk about, just our time in Lanham and our time in Crofton, and then we all broke apart because we had lives and the network fell apart.
Yeah.
There was a time where we had a live in-house show every day of the week. It was bizarre, and then, man, those were the days.
I mean, there were nights that I slept in that studio just because Sean was like, "Hey, can you run this hockey game? It's in Bulgaria. It's going to start at 3 a.m."
Exactly.
Sure.
That's the only reason it fell apart, is because all of us got too old to be able to stay up that late.
Right. And Dave's sister wanted us out of the basement.
Yeah, because we all stayed up that late. I mean,
exactly.
hell,
we were doing Pacific Coast baseball at like 1 a.m.
Absolutely.
Fielding calls from the Fresno Grizzlies fans. Can't fucking work Windows Media Player.
From the Sacramento Bee people.
And then, listen, I'm gonna be in Minnesota. You got to run this basketball game at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, poor Scotty got the short end of the stick there, because whenever there was like a big trip, he was the one back running the board.
Running the board? I was running the fucking company.
Yeah, the entire thing. Yes, no, you're absolutely right.
Sean and Nate were in Texas for the academy. You and Dave went up to Minnesota, I think, with Joe Miller. And then I was just in Crofton, just hanging out. And, the Len Bias picture in the bathroom.
Johnny, I thought you went. Oh no, Johnny went with us to Denver. You went with us to Denver.
I did. I went with us to Denver when the time that I almost got run over by John Elway.
Yeah.
When he tried to hit me with his Durango.
Yeah.
And then the Hooters that we went to, where we talked the waitress into the fact that you were actually Brett Hall, even though Brett Hall was literally playing on the game while like the All-Star game was on the TV in the place.
And then they made me sign Brett Hall's name on the check.
Oh, man. God, those are the days. How did you get hooked up in this whole thing? From knowing Dave, like I know Dave and Sean were high school guys together. They were high school buds.
Because Dave. All right, so Dave. Oh man, Big Dave was friends with somebody that I worked with at Merlin, at the university, and so then Dave started working in one of the offices, and then they moved me over to the School of Business. And I was like, I need somebody to help me. And I asked if Dave could come and help me. And then he brought Sean into the whole thing. And then he's basically was like, sit down. We have this pyramid scheme we want to describe to you. Take it away, Sean. And next thing you know, the rabbit hole.
Listen, we're going to have contests, and then people will listen.
People will show up
because you have contests.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Well, that's better than how I got it. I got pitched Broadcast Monsters at a wrestling tournament.
While you were wrestling?
I don't know why Sean was at the wrestling tournament, but I showed up at the wrestling tournament, and that was, yeah.
Sean was just there checking out the kids.
Sean handed me like a 32 page pamphlet on Broadcast Monsters and how it's going to work, and then when we were trying to sell the show was when I found all of the information on how iPods, the exponential growth of iPods, and how podcasts would be the wave of the future, and look at where we are.
Exactly. Yeah. So you did or did not know Sean before that?
I was Sean's college roommate.
Oh, okay.
I met Sean in college.
Okay, there you go. Okay, all right on.
Yeah.
Right, there you go then.
Yeah.
And just nobody knows how Scotty got involved.
No,
well, Scotty.
I went to school with Mark.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that.
So yeah, Mark and I graduated high school together.
Well, so what occurred was we had the first hockey show, the one that we all went to Denver with.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then that kind of fell apart after the Florida draft. And Sean was like, I still want to do a hockey show. Do you know who we could do a hockey show with? And I was like, well, my brother will talk hockey. And then Mark got Scotty involved. And now we're all still together.
Except for Sean.
So Sean
again.
Sean calls me every once in a while. And he's like, hey, I listened to the show. I want to come on sometime. I'm like, all right, let me know. And then I hear from him again like 3 to 6 months later. Like it's pretty much clockwork.
What
That
the
he'll
hell? Why
call
isn't he on here tonight? I want
and
to
we'll
talk to
talk.
him.
We'll have to get everybody.
He owes a
back
lot
together.
of people money.
Yeah, that's exactly what it comes down to.
We get Sean back on. We'll get Laura back on. The whole crew.
The whole everybody. Then we started. Yeah, that like I'd say the Crofton era of the broadcast monsters was our finest moments.
Oh, for sure.
With getting all the teams.
Oh yeah.
And having all the shows.
We really did have all the teams and all the shows. It was crazy.
Yeah, before everything was a thing. Like hell, we had a golf show, and then the guy who did the golf show went on to work on the Golf Network and NBC.
Yeah.
Now look at him. He's trying for Trebek's job because he was on Jeopardy that one time.
Is he really? Tell me he's not really, right? Okay, all right. Just making sure.
He was on Jeopardy.
He's still blocking waitresses.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that fucking story. That fucking guy. Jesus Christ, I can't stand him. But anyway. Yeah, no, it was a fun time. Like those were the days. We had Monk in the Mix stumble in every now and again.
Yeah.
Those were the time.
Yeah.
So we were also talking about good old fucking Baltimore radio. And we know that you delve into Baltimore radio for many a year.
Many a year. Far too many a year.
Yes. I mean, there were nights when I was driving home from down south, and I would hear the sultry tones at the on the late night WPOC talking to me.
Yes, you would. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yep. Yeah. No. I did the whole thing. I did the whole thing.
And I was like, what? Oh, that's right. He's on my radio.
You like checking your phone, make sure you didn't call him.
And start up a conversation about Tim McGraw or something like that.
Todd, why are you playing music through my phone? Like I just let's have a discussion like people.
And still to this day, I hear some of our old bumpers, like just the beginning, and I'm like, broadcastmonsters.com. And you go through like the whole thing still. You're like, what the hell?
It's the monster.
I still have all of those somewhere.
I think we do. Well,
yeah.
I have them on my computer.
Yeah. I definitely have a disc somewhere that has them. Not only do I have a disc with all of those things, which just the other day, well, not just the other day, like maybe a couple of months ago, I was putting some new old songs in the system at the place I'm at now. And one of them was live. What's that live
All
song?
Over You.
All Over You, yeah.
Yep.
And as soon as the first couple of beats hit, it like went right back to broadcast monsters.
Every time I hear Killing in the Name of.
Yes. Yeah. That's another one.
We're coming back from break. Hurry, quick data.
Sean loved that one.
Close the bathroom door.
Yeah.
Put your phones in the bin and close the damn door.
Exactly. Remember, microphones work everywhere.
Yes.
And just so you guys don't feel bad about that, I literally have to say those same types of things today at my current job. when they have like loud ass conversations right out in front of the door, I have to open the door and be like, guys, sound literally travels straight through things like doors.
Yeah, we still remember that. That's one of the things that we remember from the original garage is that microphones
Johnny,
pick up everything.
Do you remember, and I talked to Todd about this, remember that fantasy baseball draft we had in like 2002?
The 1 year I played fantasy baseball?
Yeah, it took like 18 days.
It started at noon and finished at like 10 p.m.
We would have marathon drafts, man. We did it. We did it right. We had the books, and you looked through the book and picked out your players. And
I had to pick a fucking middle reliever. Like that's how many people I had on my team. I was like, do I get to sub these people in myself? Like, how does this work?
You got to get holds. You have to have holds. It's not a real fantasy baseball game without holds.
Where Johnny P goes up to his he walks up to his TV set and just goes calls that middle reliever in. Needs that hold, baby.
But not only do I have the all the images somewhere on a CD, but I also somewhere on a CD, guarantee 100% have Oh, I probably have a couple of I may have a couple of recordings of your guys' show. I definitely have a couple of recordings of what was the one with Paul and Ronan.
Oh, is it Too Much
Lynch and
Sports?
Too Much Sports. I definitely have a Too Much Sports disc around here
Of course.
somewhere.
Of course you do.
Yep.
Who
Yep.
doesn't? Who doesn't have a Ronan Lynch best of collection on their
Exactly.
hard drive?
Exactly. And in addition to that, there also is another disc here somewhere where I've got at least some of the Saturday Night Sports Jam.
Oh, the
On
classic.
WNAV.
We would close out, literally shut down the studio after Joe Miller did like the weather, and then he played the Naval Academy theme or whatever the hell it was.
Yep. He would.
And then we shut down the studio, lock it up, and go away.
Yeah, and not just the studio, the transmitter. He would like walk into the room and like turn the radio station off, and then we'd all leave.
Yeah,
Oh, he made the game stop.
he did make the game.
He
stop.
did. He made it all stop. And depending on the time of day, we had to end the show earlier sometimes of year because it would get dark earlier.
Daylight savings.
Yeah, literally. And then we had to turn it off an hour early and go home.
Yeah.
So the real question is, do you have a disc anywhere of all your fantasy hockey teams? Because we were talking about all the Lubomírs and Olegs.
Oleg's got to have the Lubomírs and Olegs, man. That was my one claim to fame. I've tried that method every year since, and it has failed miserably.
I do have the first year we did a BroadcastMonsters.com Fantasy Hockey League.
Yeah.
Todd won.
That was the first one. Yeah.
I have his roster in front of me.
Do you really?
I have his roster in front
How
of me.
did you even find that?
I just had to do a lot of clicks through Yahoo.
Wow.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of clicks through Yahoo.
And funny enough,
Mhm.
not only a Zygmunt and an Alexei and an Arturs on the team. No Lubomírs or Olegs.
No, I think it was the next year I did Lubomírs and Olegs as my strategy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd's one of the very few people in fantasy sports history that won a championship and then is like, I'm going to try something new.
Exactly.
I gotta switch this up a little bit.
Well, because I was freely admitting that it was sheer luck that I won that league in the first place.
Where did you finish?
Wasn't that the year that we all printed out our rosters and taped them on the wall inside?
That was the year after. That was 03-04.
I think I wasn't dead last the next year. I think it was like 5th or 6th.
The
or
next
something.
year you were 6th.
Yeah.
Of 14.
See,
So
somewhere in the middle.
made the playoffs.
Playoffs.
we use that one a lot on this one too. Playoffs.
We haven't changed. Let's be honest.
Like what you've known from us for years. So the next year you had a Radic, a Marion, a Tomas, an Alex, an Oleg. There's the Oleg.
There's an Oleg.
And a Joseph. A Joseph Stumpel.
Stalin? What?
Yes, Joseph Stalin.
That year, I'm sure I did really, really bad.
Well, you went 129, 112, and 45. Like I said, you finished 6th, so you got the playoffs.
Right.
Are you finished in that playoffs?
It's hard. It's hard to know which years were the theme years because I had a habit of changing my team name on a regular basis just for fun.
Yeah. So your first year it was I don't know. The second year was I really don't
know. Yeah.
The third year it was that was third year is the one I won. Ha ha ha. Where
Was that Lubomírs and Olegs?
That was Icelius. We don't know.
Way.
And you finished
star
11th
runner.
out of 14 that year.
Yeah, that was not a good year.
But you finished above Sean.
Well,
above
that's
Sean.
not that hard to do.
That's true. He just forgets his.
Yeah, because Yahoo picked his team and then he just left it that way the entire year.
True. But you finished well below the Amish Pimps. On ice.
The Amish Pimps. On ice. The Amish Pimps on ice.
Ah, God. I miss Dave.
You've got kind of like an Amish pimp thing going right now.
I
Scotty.
do. It's kind of just
Like an homage, a
a
tribute.
little bit of homage. Many years before he passed, started doing this. But yeah, no. What we were talking Bob Rouse. What else were we talking about? Oh, Lori D. Young.
Oh gosh. Oh, Lori DeYoung.
Yeah, we brought up Laura Young.
Oh, is there a mark?
There was a mark.
There was a mark. Oh, he ran away. He got scared. He ran away.
Is it a monster mark?
It's the Monster
The
Mark
wrestling
Wrestling
show.
Show.
The monster
Do you
mark
remember when I had to call into the Monster Mark Wrestling show because Rulon Gardner won the Olympics, and I had to explain. I had to talk about like actual real Greco-Roman wrestling on the Monster Mark Wrestling show.
So they'd have you call in and do a work? That would have been awesome. Show off your mic skills.
No, I was calling on the landline. I was like, I was in my house calling on like the like with the 45-foot like curl like the wind up the curly
Oil cable.
cord,
Yeah.
so you could like walk around the house. You know, you were still stuck to the wall, but you had like a good radius that you could move around in.
Scotty, how the hell did you not get roped into going all the places I had to go for that damn show?
Oh, for the company?
No, for the wrestling show.
I was never a part of the wrestling show.
I know, and neither was I. But I had to go. I had to drive.
But that
drive
was
Lance to New Jersey. I had to drive him to somewhere in Virginia, and we would go to these shows. It was ridiculous.
I didn't. I only knew Lance in passing, like
Oh,
here and there. Like I
that-
met him once, and that was it. And then
That's how you lucked out.
yeah, I know exactly. I don't have to.
And they only needed me because I actually wrestled.
I don't got to drive him to fucking shitty indie shows.
They needed you because you were literally the only person who knew anything about wrestling on the show.
I didn't have to drive him to an indie show where Coco Beware was signing. So
You're like you aren't even that far off.
no, I know.
Yeah, like seriously, when we drove to New Jersey, it was the banquet room of a hotel, of like a Holiday Inn. And the Hardy Boys were going to be there signing autographs and working. They worked a tag team match, and then they worked solo. And there was this balcony, and the whole shtick in this local league. Their whole shtick is that people love to jump off the balcony onto like a table for a table match. And yeah, so pretty much it was going to get Coco Beware's autograph.
And the corpse of Frankie, the original pair, is hanging in the balance. Hi, Mark.
Hi,
How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, man.
See, Todd, good to see you.
Yeah, it's like the first time I've gotten to talk to you in years too, man. What's up?
I know. It's crazy. And Scott's just our conduit, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the part of the reason why we didn't do anything with the Monster Mark show was also because Scott and I were both still in college at the time.
I were in high school, I think, when that was going on.
It might have
High
been.
school and college. So,
Yeah.
we weren't doing a lot of traveling back then. So.
No.
But besides, somebody had to run, the IUPUA game while we were gone.
Or Outdoors Arizona.
Outdoors
Yes.
Arizona.
That show.
Or
It
whatever
was
that
the
Madden
only
show was.
only house in the entire place that had faster internet than the bank down the street.
We did have good internet, though. We did.
All the time.
Paid
Always
through
had
the
good
ass
internet.
for it, but we had good internet.
Yeah, freaking Sean's just like, listen, we got this T1 line in. It's the fastest ever. We also have this transmitter where if you go like 15 feet away from the house, you can get our show. But if you go 16, we can't. Not at all. Not allowed.
Oh God, I forgot about that. But he did have one of those.
Yep, the FM transmitter was the best.
That was fantastic.
You guys would take him out to like the Matha games and stuff, wouldn't you?
I think
The
he
little
did.
transmitter. Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
took him out there. I don't know if
For
you
all
guys have gone
the
out
for all
there
the people
together.
who couldn't get into the Matha games because they're so packed.
Yeah, you could just stand outside the gym doors with your Walkman on
Here's
and
the
your
thing:
headphones.
you had to be at the gate.
Yeah, you
Oh,
still had to
You
be in the
had to
school.
be there anyway, right? What's the
in
point?
order-
You're like one of those idiots at a baseball game that has the headphones on and listen to the radio feed as the game's going on.
that would at least make a little more sense, but
I
not
guess,
in.
yeah, not like I see some people at UND hockey games do that. I'm like, you're 15 seconds behind. What? Are you doing?
Well, some people in the DeMatha people's defense, some people really, really, really needed to hear them some Nate Lewis.
Oh,
So,
he did. He
Obviously.
does need St. Louis. I miss his
Yeah.
voice.
The only problem though, if Nate Lewis was doing a game, is that you would miss, like, you thought it went to timeout, but really you just missed 4 minutes of the game.
Exactly.
Right. The problem was Nate Lewis himself was 15 seconds behind. So.
Right.
Still the best call in what is it, midget football or whatever, Pop Warner football was the he's running down the sideline, 1 man to beat, 2 men to beat.
I remember that happening, and I'm just like,
Where's the second guy come from?
How'd he get there so fast? God in heaven.
God, now I want to see if I can find some of the Monster Mark wrestling shows some of the House of Pain Iron shows just to hear Nate's voice.
Sean has that stuff on disc. It just needs. You got to find out where he lives.
Sean
Yeah,
asked me if
pretty
I
much.
wanted a server, and I think I might take the server just
Like
in
of old
case.
stuff?
Just in case it's got like the old hard drive still in it, right? Like,
Do it. Get it.
He wants to start Broadcast Monsters Part 2, Anne Arundel County,
wow.
and that's why he's giving you the server.
He's like, your internet's fast enough, right?
Please tell me.
Got nothing to do.
Please tell me it has the old website on it too.
Oh,
I can get these baby Dells, and then he's all in broadcasting still going.
Yeah, I might ask him if
Is
he's
it?
still. Well, it turned into like turned into a spam site like right after we stopped paying for it, I think.
Nope, he's still got stuff here as recent as September 19th.
Oh,
Really?
Baseball U Maryland College Showcase and Prospect Camp.
nice.
They have Nantucket hockey, Massachusetts high school hockey, Nantucket at Sandwich. That doesn't seem like a game.
Yeah, that's totally made up. Nantucket at Sandwich.
Face-off hockey show still on there. It just goes to our YouTube page.
Really?
Good job, Sean. Gonzaga DC Classic,
Yeah,
of
look at
course.
Cape and Island Sports, Gonzaga.
I don't know. I wonder if they don't have the DeMatha holiday show. If DeMatha's doing a holiday show, because that was the thing Sean would always stream. Every Christmas he would go to DeMatha and they would do that holiday show where there's choirs and crap, and away they went.
Scotty, do you like how for the Baseball U Maryland College Showcase and Prospect Camp they have links to videos, but the links you can't actually click on the links. Like the hyperlinks don't work. You have to actually have copy and paste if you want to watch the game.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing later, by the way.
Wait, my hyperlinks work.
Mine don't. Mine don't work at all.
If you actually click on the
I'm clicking.
if you click on the actual like all in broadcast, if you click on that link, like it gives you to another page. So it gives you. So if you click the
Oh yeah, that's a Sean O'Connor special right there.
yeah. So you can't, it's not in the preview. You have to click the link article.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
and then you know what? I'm surprised, and I'm very surprised that there's not another like 3 pages of white space, so you could put in white text all these SEO features
Right.
that would hit, like we did for the damn front pages.
We absolutely did.
Yeah, we did.
See,
That
I don't even think Lyle has ever talked to you, Todd.
I've
Yeah.
seen him. I've seen him on the show, but I've never talked to Lionel before.
Lyle, not Lionel.
Lyle.
That's okay, Bob.
Exactly. There you go. I like it.
Lyle, Todd, Lyle.
What's going on, Lyle?
How you
Voice of
doing?
the face-off hockey team.
Don't worry. I've been called Lionel, Linus, Leo, Kyle. Damn it, Kyle!
Wow.
And those are the good ones.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Exactly.
Usually it's hey, you stop thief or asshole. So there you go.
Todd is the voice of our intro.
Of the intro, yeah.
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 Which
mean,
I'm sure you can tell.
Yeah, if you can find, you know what I have actually on this computer, and I should send it to Johnny if I do have it actually on my computer. Remember when we had a deal with Nice Rink?
Yeah.
Remember we had that,
God,
and
that was how many
do.
eons ago was that?
I think we were still in Atlanta when that happened.
Really?
I want to say so. And I think I
Until
have.
we were in Crofton.
You're saying Crofton. I know CCM was Crofton because I did those ads. Because Todd was unavailable because he's doing radio work at 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy radio guy.
I have this one still.
Vincent Cavalier. Hi, Martin Brodeur. Alexander Paishkin. Joe Thornton. Promise never to be a pencil. I will play both ends of the ice. Fight for every loose puck. I will sacrifice my body for my team. I will always choose grit over flash.
God, I remember that.
I will work and sweat and suffer. So that come game time, my team can shine. I am a CCM hockey player. CCM hockey player. CCM hockey player. I am a CCM hockey player.
They are CCM hockey players.
Yep. That's right.
You should still run that. Would you have it? You have that on your phone? Is that what you have it on?
Yeah, I have a playlist of some of our like old stuff on here. Like I got this one.
For such a rough and rambunctious sport, hockey
that's-
sure does have a lot of rules. You got your blue lines, your red
That's for the
lines.
gay bar?
Sometimes you have to gain the line, so you don't ice.
No,
it.
this was for 180s.
Good thing that
Oh,
hockey
180s.
was 180. No lines, no regulations, no boundaries at all.
Nope.
Yeah, we didn't a gay bar sponsor us before?
They
it
did.
shut down?
Yeah, they gave us money.
God bless them.
PJ's Tavern or something like that.
This is when
The trade rumors are free.
this is when before Lyle became part of the show. Every
You'll find the most in-depth sweep of trade rumors from all around the NHL. All right,
Definitely remember that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stop
watch
that or
this
else-
music.
Hey.
That's right.
yeah, the music's not going to make it onto YouTube, so we're going to have to cut part of this out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut all of this off. My God.
Just that,
Yeah.
just that short. They'll hit you on.
10 seconds, man.
Wow.
There are
Copyright
they
laws.
actually have what they do is they have like systems or programs that can figure out like the sounds of everything, and they'll tag you like even if it's like conspicuous. Like people start pitch shifting the music in the background now because it's
Yeah.
like maybe that good, but even then they get busted.
Wow.
So, Johnny, I sent you an email.
The
So-
email.
Email.
Whoa,
The
whoa.
email.
Whoa. Email.
So yeah. Lyle, we're just reminiscing over our time in Baltimore and Baltimore radio and
Over our failed careers.
how
Now, Nice Rink provides a patented bracket sideboard support system that allows you to build your ice rink on uneven ground.
There it is.
Nice Rink puts an end to the frustration of endless spraying, water runoff, and bumpy ice. All you have to do is find a place for it, set it up, and turn on the hose. Nice Rink also provides easy maintenance for your rink with the Nice Ice Portable Ice Resurfacer.
Oh, yeah.
For more information on Nice Rink and the Nice Ice Portable Ice Resurfacer, dial 1-888-642-3746 or look us up on the web at www.nicerink.com.
www.
Who is that?
What was your favorite way to turn on the hose? Just out of curiosity. It's part of the process, and I never could quite figure it out.
Well, Scotty always had to be involved in that too. So
Exactly. Todd's favorite way is if it was in by 18 and out by 21.
yeah, by 21,
That's it.
exactly. Yes, very much so. It was that who did I do that spot? Was that me?
That was you.
That was you?
Was that seriously me?
Yes.
It's never
Holy
been easier than it is
shit.
today with Nice Rink. Now Nice
Have
Rink
you heard
provides a
yourself
patented
talk on the
bracket
radio?
sideboard support system that allows you to build
This
your
is your
rink
radio
on uneven
voice.
ground. Nice Rink puts an end to the frustration of endless spraying, water
This
runoff,
is-
and bumpy ice. All you have to
This
do
is
is find
the,
a
this is
pole,
actually
set
the
it up,
Nice
and
Rink
turn on
2
the
wave,
hose.
which
Nice
there's a
Rink
little bit
also
more
provides
pop
a
in
All right,
Wow.
with Nice Ice Portable Ice
Lock
Resurfacer.
that part of your life out.
I need you to send that to me. That is hilarious, and I've got like I've got a serious like Baltimore accent slant to that too. I said water, like
Yeah.
I was hanging out with Dave too long, and then the W's. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I honestly wasn't 100% sure that was me.
Yeah, no, that's why I said to Johnny, I'm just like, these are Todd's old spots. We have-
Wow.
and I think I think I have the bumpers too from draft shows past, somewhere around here. So I'll
My
send those to you
gosh.
too if I find them.
Wow, that is something. Holy crap.
What a time. What a time to be alive, all these rejoiners that we had. Whatever had three people made it big. 4 people, I would say, made it big out of the broadcast monsters. Joe Miller, Petey Medhurst. You could argue both of them were big beforehand.
Yeah, they had stuff going on.
Jeopardy, Ryan Ballingy.
Yeah.
And to an extent, Pat Monk and Mick. He did some stuff like in a higher level for soccer, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
I don't know. He wrote some websites, but I guess who didn't in these days?
You've obviously left Sean O'Connor out of that group.
Well, listen, you can't mention greatness without thinking about Sean O'Connor.
it's
And man,
assumed. Yeah, totally.
yeah. Like wow, he was years ahead of his time. What a guy.
And he had nothing against cancer.
Nothing
That's
against
true.
cancer. He had nothing
Nothing.
against cancer at all.
Yep.
That was one of his favorites. I love that.
Just those
line.
damn stickers.
That's
Doesn't
that
have
of
anything
all the
against
things that Sean O said during the years he was on the show. That one stuck in the memory. It just never went away.
Yeah,
He
no,
was
North's
so
good,
bad at those damn
honestly.
stickers.
Yeah,
Not that I have anything against cancer.
yeah.
Exactly.
I was pushing hard for the T-shirt, but then I decided, no, maybe
Yeah.
that might not be such a good idea.
That would have been a hell of a thing if we did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The heel turn if I ever saw one.
Right. Wow,
For
thought they
some
did
reason,
have
we can't give away any of these shirts. Nobody is emailing us asking for one.
That's fine.
In
I
fact,
just
we
waited
got
in my car in
canceled.
Baltimore.
Tried to see if I could interest the American and Canadian Cancer Societies, and they both hung up on me. I don't know what's going
I said I didn't have anything against cancer. Like,
on.
Johnny, I sent you another one.
Your reason for existence, Jesus.
Oh my god.
And this,
And
this
no, I'm
one-
not a heartless bastard because I have had people in my family who've had cancer, so piss off, I can say that.
There it is.
Violent, impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.
The best sports on the internet. Broadcastmonsters.com.
you think you had the
Oh,
music up
that's
a little?
so
You potted up a
good.
little too much on that?
You had to, man. I mean, it was all about the music and
We love
and,
that song.
and the
I
Tyson
always
clip.
enjoyed that. I always enjoyed that. Yeah.
That was a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
The Tyson clip was Sean's idea. He was like, "We have to have that one." It was either
You
Sean
know-
or Big Dave. It might have been that one. Might have been Big Dave that asked for
I
that.
think that
clip.
was Big Dave. Sean was all about Snakebite from who was that fucking Boston band? Shit.
Aerosmith,
No.
Boston?
Close. No,
Boston. Yeah,
The
Kansas?
Boston band, you know,
Ca-
Boston. Shit.
Mighty Boston's.
Oh, the Boston.
Oh,
Kansas
the-
was from Boston too,
speaking,
right? I think so.
Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah.
Dropkick
There you
Murphys
go.
shipping up to Boston. No, it wasn't Stained. Oh,
Right.
but
Oh God,
Uh,
Stain.
Alabama, I think, Todd.
Now we
Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Alabama's from Boston, sure.
hold on.
Little
Godsmack.
Texas.
What was it?
Godsmack. The one that's-
Godsmack. Yeah.
I'm not the
Right,
one who's
voodoo.
so far
Voodoo.
away when I feel the
Oh my God, there was one with that, wasn't there?
Yes, there
here's
was.
what happened.
I
The
love
first,
that jam.
the first ever, I think, face-off hockey show intro. Sean played that song for 25 seconds before he hit broadcastmonsters.com brings to you.
God.
Yeah, because that was a live intro.
Yeah. No, we taped it and we played it before every show.
That's
Yes!
right. No,
I
no.
remember.
No, it was live the first time.
Yeah.
But then we taped it and we just kept using
It
it.
wasn't live. It was at 12:30 in the afternoon because I was sitting there after I did the morning show at 11 a.m. And then fucking
All right.
That
Then.
was taped and you used it afterwards because I remember the early years of the show. I remember that when you guys used to have me on, like first as a occasional guest and then every couple of weeks. That was like the intro.
yeah.
Do we still have that one? Does that one still
I'm
exist?
actually trying to look at it right now.
Oh,
I
God,
found a
please say
file.
it is.
And this is it. It takes forever because this new Microsoft Groove is the fucking shits. Come on.
Microsoft Groove.
I don't know. Groove music. Is it not gonna play for me? Hold on. Is this it?
Is it an ASF file?
I guess. No. Hold on.
Oh God.
He has no
Hold
idea
on.
what you
This
were
is a-
talking
this
about.
is a better one. No, fuck all y'all. This is the best one I've seen in my life.
Are you sending me more stuff?
I am sending you another thing, and this is like the compendium of Face Off Hockey Show opens. What year is this? 2002.
God, there are people that just started listening to our show. They're like, we have no idea what's going on, but this is
This-
amazing.
True.
this
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
sure there are.
greatest. This is the worst and greatest internet show I've ever listened to in my
It's
life.
a walk down memory lane with the face-off hockey.
Johnny, I just sent you another one. Now, I will preface this. This intro for a show is a minute and 45 seconds.
That
Whoa.
was kind of BCM type of stuff.
Yeah.
A minute 45.
And remember when we used, at a time, there was a time we used to start 5 after the hour because you're like, well, if we get syndicated, we got to think about local news.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. This was our original.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember this one.
Just wait for it, Todd. You have to wait until minute 40. You have to wait until 45 seconds in.
Like it is yours.
Yeah.
If anybody throws me against the boards, I'm gonna piss all over myself. Hey, Stupid Scott! Jaromir Jagr ties it for the Penguins. Oh, fuck him, Dano! 1-0 Metal behind the net. Swings it in front. He's
Just pick
Only shot, there's no doubt about it. I like
This-
Patrick's quote.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Just want to know where he was in Game 3. Probably getting his jock out of the stands out of the Rapids United Center. Man.
I can't really hear what Jeremy says because
Good Lord.
2 Stanley Cup rings
Hold on.
plug in my ear.
Everybody is just on their feet screaming, Gill, 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 this is hockey!
There it is. There it is. There it
Monsters.com
is.
presents its authority
Yes.
on hockey. Well, life. Well, it's our sixth best show. It's the Face Off with Johnny P, Mark, Scotty Was, and me, Sean O. Now here are your hockey senseis. Well, here are these guys.
Mal say Sean.
I'll give him credit. That was not bad.
But the initial one was like the first minute of Snake or Voodoo, and then into his intro there.
Oh,
he
man.
played the first part. It's like, oh,
Wasn't there like a broad one? The guys did that with it. Wasn't one of them like a bumper that had like just kind of advertised on the broadcastmonsters.com using that?
several of
I
them.
seem to recall that one, just as a short bumper.
There
or
was, he's right. Yeah, you're right, Lyle. There was one.
something. Yeah, I thought there was. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
just using that intro, just the intro, to Voodoo.
That was
Yeah.
a good intro.
It was.
Yeah. I mean,
And plus, I
as
love
soon
that
as we-
tune. I was
as soon as
heavy
we
into
kicked it off, we knew that we could go in peace still. Because we had enough time.
Which
We had a good 2 minutes.
So you-
but we also, if you sat close enough when we were in Perry Hall or Crofton, if you sat close enough to the board, you could actually pull the mic into the bathroom with you just in case. And you still had ears. So like in case the show started, you still would you would just have the mic turned off.
So you're saying, Johnny, that's like the FM radio DJ equivalent of putting on Inagata Davida.
yes, for sure.
It's like I gotta go for a shit real bad. Inagata. We'll be back.
And that was the great thing about the setup at Sean's house was the bathroom was right next to the board.
It was.
Whereas Crofton, we actually had a bathroom. Like we almost looked like a somewhat professional association down there.
It was outside
Yeah.
the studio.
in KaitaMonsters.com.
Where that one was around the corner, right? It was
I like how
like in the basement. There was the bathroom was around
Yeah,
the corner.
it's
We
the
have to go
back,
yeah.
upstairs.
It's the back. You have
hung
to go to
some
the back.
drywall
Sorry,
and
sorry.
everything.
See, I never saw the Perry Hall place. I never got to see it.
I saw it once or twice.
Mm.
John, I like how your threshold for professionalism is the bathroom is outside the studio.
Yeah. No, that was professional because the bathroom was outside the studio.
Well, that's the thing at Lanham. Lanham, you had to go up and like you had one way was the kitchen, the other way was the bathroom.
Yep.
And
That
if
was
they
also
failed-
where didn't we also have a light in Crofton that told you if we were on air, so you didn't just walk in the studio.
I think we did.
Did we have a light in Crofton? We very well may have.
I
We
think
may
might.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we had a switch. We had a switch for the light.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like on the board or anything. But yes, I remember making the switch that you could flip on. Yep, for sure.
Because we had like I said, peak broadcast monsters where we had all our in studio shows just show up to Crofton and hang out.
Exactly, and we had a wall. We had an actual wall
Yeah,
for
you
the
put the
studio. that we could
drywall
use.
up.
Yeah.
Well,
Man.
see, Lyle, this is all times when Lyle didn't see any of this stuff. We
No.
just called him on the Vonage phone.
And in his mind, it was like this palatial studio.
Little
Then-
did you know, it was just any like Comey residence in the greater DC area.
Exactly. And then once video was invented, he was like, "Oh my god, what have I been doing, wasting my time with these guys?"
The first time I saw it, I've been with the guys. I've been on the show for I think it was almost 3 years, and then you guys started started posting videos up, and I was just like, "Holy shit, they're doing that in a garage!"
Yeah. No. Just stolen
Is
valor.
Mark sitting on a mower? What the hell?
Yeah, next to
I
the
wish,
heat dish.
I wish we had video of mower days in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Those were the times.
But the
couldn't-
best part about that
all
is
of us on video without multiple cameras because we had that big case in front of us.
yes,
Because
the
you
ca-
couldn't
case for the
actually
mixer.
see the person on the on the mixer because the case was standing there, which
case for the
also
mixer.
like that would have been like the queen size bed. If you put the two of them together, you had like a queen size bed at that point. Like,
But the best part about that studio in the garage, when it was really hot, we could just open the door and let the cool air in.
yeah, It's very true.
I remember many a time we got yelled at coming in the next day if we left the AC or the heater running, and that big stupid like dish heater. That it was pretty sure there are some violations. The wiring wasn't, sturdy on that one.
That was either a heater or it brought in extra channels. One of the two.
Oh God. Fuck, man, I miss those days. Those are good days.
Which, Scotty, speaking of insanely long intros to shows, I didn't get a chance to tell you I'm working with Coach again.
Oh my God.
Coach is back.
Like he doesn't die.
He doesn't die. He started again Monday.
Oh, fucking what a guy. Also big changes. You want to talk about long hauls. By this time, probably in the next 3 years, Mark will be on the Virginia-North Carolina border with how farther south he's going into Virginia.
It's true. Every few years, I migrate further south.
Are there just wheels on the house? Have you resorted to that yet?
I mean, we should have by this point. Yeah, we should have. It saved me a lot of money and time.
A lot of paperwork too.
Well, and the further south you go, the more you'll fit in at that point.
Yeah.
So true. Never considered that.
Well, there you go. You got another couple years before you can get the kids in on this plan. It'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. What other fun do we remember? We went to Bridgeport. Trip was good. Your trip to Georgia with Sean and Dave for the national championship.
Oh yes, for the national championship. That was another drive there and drive back. That was the third drive there. Yeah, we rented a car. Oh God, we rented a car on was it Sunday? Because the national championship game is always on a Monday. So we rented the car on Sunday, drove straight to Atlanta, scalped some tickets, watched the game, drove straight back and dropped off the rental car. And the dude at the rental car place was like, "The hell did you guys do? Where did you go?" Because we only brought it back a day later.
All the miles. Had all the miles.
Thousands of miles on. And then we got a bar of soap and we each got to write whatever we wanted on our window of the car when we started. And Dave chose to write F Duke on his window. Even though Maryland wasn't playing Duke, they were playing Indiana that year in the national championship. Then, of course, you got to stop along the way. And as Mark can attest to, because he's getting closer and closer and closer to North Carolina with every move, eventually you get to Raleigh-Durham and you need gas. And we literally pulled off the freeway, pulled off 95 in Raleigh with a car that said F Duke on the window to get gas. Thankfully, it was the middle of the night.
I think you were fine in Raleigh because that's NC State territory.
Like, I know, but still.
Durham, yeah. You went to Bull Durham and tried to figure out what you're going to get for a wedding gift. That's where the problem would happen.
Yeah, I remember that, and I remember waking up in the middle of the night because Sean was driving at that point on the way back, and he was desperate to find a steak and shake. He had to have a steak from the drive-thru, a shake rather, at the drive-thru of Steak and Shake, or we weren't allowed to leave the state of North Carolina.
What?
I don't know. He was
was that part of the contract?
He was obsessed with the Steak and Shake, man. Is there one? Oh, you guys have one?
Yeah, right around the corner from my house.
No way. Right on.
Bernie's got everything, man. You got to move back to Maryland. Be a producer on the Lori DeYoung show again.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
Michael J in the afternoon.
Does Johnny, do you still listen?
I do. Well, I mean, when I'm driving, I haven't driven my car. Like, I drive my car every 3 weeks now.
Oh, because you're afraid if you drive too fast, a spoiler, you'll just take off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, the spoiler keeps you down. You should know that. The spoiler keeps you pinned to the ground.
Exactly. Pinned to the ground for the 25 mile per hour corner.
Yeah, obviously.
Do they still have St. Pierre?
I believe so, yes. Oh. It's Francesca, St. Pierre, and Lori DeYoung now. They've kicked rid of everybody else.
Yeah. Literally, the man has performed miracles. That's why he's a saint.
Well, he should.
Yeah.
Hey.
Listening to shows for races that were months ago.
Yeah. But I saw them, so I knew what was going on.
I had an idea what was going on.
Yeah, it was like when Sean used to put the show up 6 months later. It was the same thing.
Sean doing that. I don't miss that part, Sean. Yeah, I'll put it up later. And now I have to convert all these AFF files like to get him to have him play or record anything. And it's just a mess, man.
The magic of the
Can't-
ASF
can't-
file, man.
Can't we just package it with Real Player when we post it on the internet? Why can't we do that?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. Well, Flash is going away at the end of the year. Let's wait till 2021 to put all this stuff together.
All these things we relied on so much are going.
By the way, you better play all your Flash games from high school, kids. They're going to go away soon.
Yeah, they are.
Mm.
Don't worry, there'll be like emulators and stuff later on.
Right. That's why Homestar Runner started putting their stuff on YouTube because they're like, oh shit, no one's going to be able to watch this.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, we're still around? And like, oh, amazing. That was a big thing during the Crofton years too. Homestar Runner.
Oh,
We
totally.
really got to do it.
I've
Buying
got the
the
DVD
merch.
box set somewhere.
I think I have my CGNU Dumple shirt around here somewhere.
Yes.
God, we were fucking idiots. Still are, but were back then too. Mark leaving his instant messenger on and then years later finding it again. Finding the instant messenger on the one in Crofton they had found in Lanham. Good times.
I don't remember that at all.
When we were cold calling teams. Oh, those were good times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you know this thing called the internet? Do you know about streaming media? No, don't hang up. Oh, exactly. And Sean had a big vendetta. He's like, listen, we gotta get these teams because Sports Juice is on the loose, and they're gonna do. They don't have the hand-to-hand, one-on-one personal thing that we do. I'm like, fucking, it's me, you, and Todd, and sometimes Dave doing it. There's no one-on-one. We just answer a goddamn call.
We answer the phone and flip the switch. That's all we would do.
I'm
man.
not a rep for Martha in Spokane trying to get the Lansing Lugnuts game. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, my favorite part about that technology is the first time I ever went to the studio and I saw the phones off the hook and I was like, this is weird.
And Mark started hanging them up.
I started hanging up all the phones.
I think at one point then we had to take off the handsets off the
Yeah,
phone.
We took all the handsets off the phone. We only had one handset, and you'd have to walk over and plug it in so you could make the call, and then you'd have to take it out.
I didn't know that you did that, Mark.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
that's
That's
hilarious.
one of many times I tried to sabotage the business. Not on purpose.
But look
I
at
did.
it now. 19 years later, they're doing Nantucket High School baseball. So
Oh,
they
you know
showed
it.
you.
That's
Oh,
that
man.
personal touch, man. That's why the
That's it.
select few now that he's handling. Just a select few with his
Yeah,
personal touch.
half of them are his. All the crab bowl, the crab baseball bowl, probably the crab basketball bowl.
What is the PSL showcase?
I don't know.
Uh,
Pacific Coast League. That's all I can
no,
think of.
that'd be PCL. I don't know what PSL is.
Oh,
Yeah.
ECL would be bad,
yeah.
especially if it
PCL,
broke.
PCL would be bad. You'd be out at least like 1 to 2 months.
There are no descriptions of anything, so I can't tell you what PSL is. There's just a logo.
It's a professional softball league.
Oh, that might be it. That could be it.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Is Johnny Ego on this team?
Oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
Remember the softball show used to be our highest rated, our highest listened to show for some goddamn reason. That this fucking Weekend Warriors. Yeah, I
The
looked at the
biggest
numbers.
show we had was the Madden show.
The
for a
Madden
while.
show.
Yeah.
You want to talk about being above the curve or ahead of the curve?
Yeah, definitely.
Doing the Madden show in 2003 and 04 before Madden really hit big.
Yep.
God, I bet you Sean wish he had that money now.
Yep.
By this point, everyone knows how to run their own shit, so they don't need him.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah, like with us, like he just sends it to the YouTube channel, which we post once a month or every week if you're subscribed to the Patreon, patreon.com/faceoffhockeyshow.
That's a great plug.
Right on.
Yeah, put a $1 in, you get the video show after everything. I also like on this Baseball U Maryland, he just co-opted the University of Miami and then put home plate in the middle of it. instead
Yeah,
of
he
the-
totally did. That's exactly what it did. It's a Miami U.
What a guy. Sean O'Connor, nothing if not original. Oh man. I don't know if you missed, how far back? What is page 63? I'm gonna hit page
There are
63 on All In
63
Broadcasting. Holy Jesus! It goes back to 2014.
Yeah, it
How
does.
much do you want to think any of these links work?
The Dublin Irish football, Laney at Dublin.
Clanny at Dublin.
Oh, I don't have a speaker. Hang on, I want to see what the Does it work? I don't know if it's working.
This is what we do every once in a while, Lyle, to see if all the old stuff still works.
What is MixLR? Mixler.
Mixler, bro.
Mixler.
I don't know what that is.
I have to sign
Oh,
up if I
no.
want to hear it. Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's an MP3. It sounds like 2014 too.
Do you have a Mixler account that you can listen to it?
No, I played it. It plays automatically for me.
Oh, well, hang on. Let me. Oh, there's one. Okay, hang on.
You just hit the play button and it sounds like 2014. Because boy,
You mean
howdy,
before the pandemic?
it does not sound great. You right there, Todd?
We can hear it.
I can hear a little bit of it. Todd's doing his radio thing.
It's good to know that the Excalibur boxes are clearly still working, or were still working back then, because I was
Press the button in.
they were definitely making sure that Mark didn't hang up the phone on that one.
And there
Every
was
now
one
and then I just
the
show
one
back
bat
up.
phone we had even if you hung it up, you had to switch. If you flipped the switch up, it was
Oh,
still
yeah.
good. It still
The
kept
bat
whole-
phone was badass.
That thing was awesome.
Yeah,
If only it was still around.
I know. Might still be.
Could be in Sean's wherever. So, man, I wish Sean had a basement studio again. That'd been great.
Johnny, find out if the bat phone still exists.
All right. But next
Yeah,
time he calls me, I'll see if I can get the server and the bat phone.
The bat phone, definitely. I will pay to ship it out here.
How about can we get the Juan Dixon hood?
Oh,
Wait, there was a Juan Dixon hood?
Wasn't
yeah.
wasn't that Juan
yeah,
Dixon?
It was a Sprite. It was a
the
Sprite.
Sierra
what?
Mist.
Sierra Mist car hood that had Juan Dixon's face on it.
Oh my God! Oh wow, that is going
Yeah, yeah.
back. I completely
Yeah, it was
forgot
on the
about
wall.
that. Wow. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
Yeah, for good reason. I was like, this